G'day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Hearthstone 10th anniversary event in World of Warcraft and how you can obtain the Fiery Steed, the Compass Rose Mount, and a whole bunch of other cool prizes. Now, obtaining the Fiery Steed is the easiest portion of the event, and all you have to do is clear the tutorial, or if you have already played Hearthstone, log into the game. Literally, that's everything you have to do. Once you've done that, you're pretty much ready to go. Log back into World of Warcraft and you'll be presented with a little present box in your mount inventory. You can open up that box and you receive the Fiery Hearthsteed. So, very easy and quite cool mount to get, and without any effort whatsoever. You'll simply have to download a second game, try out the tutorial, and that's that. Now, for everything else, it's pretty easy. You can go and collect a Hearthstone invite from the mailbox, which will give you a quest to head to one of the Hearthstone arenas. The arenas are located in the Stormwind Docks, Valdrakken near the top of a tower, and Orgrimmar by the Duratan Harbour Port, I believe it is. So it's just outside of Orgrimmar, close to the harbour, and essentially you can go to any of these locations and do a couple things. Firstly, by completing the beginning quest, you'll get a starter pack of cards. Make sure that you click these cards as you want to add them to your collection. Now, collecting cards is pretty simple and can be achieved in one of two ways. Firstly, collecting cards can be achieved by having players play wild cards while you are playing at a Hearthstone table. If you and another player are playing at a Hearthstone table, you can have any other player walk by. They activate a Hearthstone wild card, and by activating that card, they give you an opportunity to get packs or face other rare mobs that you can then add into your pack. Now, playing Hearthstone is very simple. You just spam the buttons, basically. There is no clear winner or loser, and since other players can play Hearthstone wildcards, there's no real control over who wins too much. Also, there's no victory reward. So winning the actual Hearthstone match doesn't matter, whether you win, lose, or draw. It doesn't really matter. The point is to have players play wild cards while you're at the table, and alternatively you can play wild cards while they are at the table. Now, getting Hearthstone wild cards is pretty simple. You can get a couple of them by just completing the starting quest, and also you can buy them from shady dealers. Now, shady dealers can be found around the Hearthstone arena areas. You can find them a little bit of a ways off. For example, in Stormwind, you can see here, he's like a little bit beyond the arena by this tree. And you can buy yourself some Hearthstone wildcards, and you can just stand next to someone while they're playing and activate them. You can also pick them up from the boss event, which we'll talk about just now, or right now, every hour at the top of the hour. So basically at, for example, right now, 12 o'clock my time, which I believe is server time 11 p.m., and then every hour after that, a boss will spawn. That boss will spawn in order, going from Stormwind to the harbour outside of Orgrimmar, to Valdrakken, to Stormwind, to Orgrimmar, to Valdrakken. You'll pretty easily be able to tell from the chat. People will generally be hanging around the areas quite long beforehand. And basically the boss will spawn a whole bunch of Hearthstone-related mini-bosses who you can defeat and then obtain some rewards from. Now, the rewards will vary, but there is a chance to get quite a few really cool ones, including additional cards for your collection. The mounts include the Compass Rose mount, the Pet Sarge, a bag, the Collector's Carryall, which is a 36-slot bag, the Stone of the Hearth, which is a Hearthstone toy, a Tabard, which is a Hearthstone tabard, a cosmetic belt, and a cosmetic hat. You can also get random collectible Hearthstone cards, and these don't currently show up in the mount collection menu, but all of them are very much available currently in-game. The Compass Rose being a disc mount that players can actually collect. Really cool. It's basically, you'll see it on the thumbnail, but it's essentially a very, very cool mount with a decent drop rate. What I do suggest is joining in a group to make sure that you can get a hit on the boss, and so that if you die, because some of the mechanics do hit quite hard, you don't have to run and revive, or that they can also just tag the boss for you. So you can join a random pug group. A lot of people are running them. You can check in the LFG, and you should have a pretty decent time. But there's plenty of good reasons, notwithstanding the mount I think most players will want. But it's not just the boss that drops rewards. You can also obtain some really cool rewards from the achievements. There's two main achievements: the Hearthstone Beginner achievement, which will reward you your very own Hearthstone game table. Now you get around 8 cards just from the starter packs alone, so getting this requires you to beat like 2 bosses, so it's not too hard. And then you get a portable toy that lets you play Hearthstone, or fake Hearthstone. And yeah, that's it from me. See you guys next time. Bye.